Good afternoon from historic Crocker Field here at the corner of Circle and Broad in downtown Fitchburg, Massachusetts, as Rivalry Weekend continues here on FATV. I'm John Gugerty, joined as always by Dan Bullock. We are getting ready for girls flag football, the Rivalry with flags, Fitchburg taking on Leominster in a unofficial exhibition match as part of Rivalry Weekend.
It's a new annual tradition. It's the second year that we've been doing this with girls flag football. Well, going alongside the Chicken Bowl. We don't really have a fancy name for it yet.
We got to think of another bird. Is this the Duck Bowl? I know there used to be the Pigeon Bowl, but
Yep.
nah.
Yep. I was thinking the Gravy Bowl.
Okay. All right. You know, I don't think that two guys in their mid-30s should be the ones to decide what the girls call their football game, but we are the ones with microphones. So, looks like the Blue Devils have won the toss and deferred. So we'll see Fitchburg get the ball first.
Yep. Our referees, David and Rebecca Napolitano. Rebecca was running the clock for us today in the JV game.
Fitchburg in the red jerseys with black pants. Leominster in the all black with blue numbers. The Blue Devil girls, as has been, I suppose, a tradition for them, wearing the black alternate jerseys of the high school varsity players.
Yep, the Blue Devils, we know them as the blue and white. However, they have an alternate set of jerseys that are black with blue numbers, and they do wear those for some games at Doyle Field. And now that they don't need them anymore for the rest of the season, because they don't need them for the last game, that's for sure. So they'll wear the numbers like that.
And Fitchburg starts with a run to the far side, getting out across the 35-yard line. Brought down after a gain of about 7 is Maeve Palmer. Teams have 4 downs to get across midfield, starting from what would be the 30-yard line. Goal lines are at the 25, so it's 50 yards of playing space with 10-yard end zones on either end. That creates a little more space from previous seasons. Second down and about 14 for the Red Raiders. Pass over the middle is complete to Palmer, has her flag pulled at the 42-yard line. Maria Reyes making the tackle for the Blue Devils. Quarterbacking today for Fitchburg looks like, Danny, I can't see that number.
Standing in the worst spot right now.
Profile directly in front of the press box, rolling to the right, going long on third down. Pass is incomplete, out of the arms of Bia Pena and intended for Jaylene Melendez. Great downfield coverage by Analia Trikoshi. That sets up fourth down, and the Red Raiders will punt rather than going for it. So Leominster will receive back at their own 5-yard line, or their 30. I guess we'll call it by the yards on the field.
Yeah, Bia Pena's been the quarterback a bit for the Red Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, it's going to be Malia Reyes who will be the quarterback.
Malia pumps and goes long on first down. She's got a receiver deep downfield at the 25-30. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Danny Gates with the catch and run, the 8th grader. Devin Gates' daughter, Danny, makes the catch and scores. 6-0 Blue Devils.
Just like that, and you know, Malia Reyes, she's been a quarterback last couple of years for the Blue Devils. Yes, even as a 6th grader, getting some snaps there for the second Leominster side. And goes with that deep ball. She's wearing the number 3, same as Osiris Lopez, and she shows off those quarterback moves.
Now the Blue Devils will go for 2 from 10 yards out. Pass is caught at the 31, out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. That's short of the line to gain, however. So the 2-point conversion is no good. Leominster leads 6-0. Fitchburg takes over first and 20 at the 30. High snap, handoff goes to Jaylene Melendez. Reverses field at the 33, but has her flag pulled there. Danny Gates with the tackle for the Blue Devils, gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 16 for Fitchburg.
See, trying to add a couple more wrinkles to the offense, a lot more movement.
See the running clock on screen. Dan, remind the folks of timing in the halves.
It's been 18, but they might do a little extra. They did a little extra last year in this contest.
Second down pass is complete to Palmer, tackled on the near side at the 43 by Analia Trikoshi. Be 3rd and 7 coming up for Fitchburg. Getting close to that no-run zone. If you're under 5 yards to gain, you cannot run the ball. High snap over the head of the quarterback, Bia Pena. Once the ball hits the turf, the play is dead at that spot. So nothing Pena could do about that. Snap goes over her head, makes the decision easy for Fitchburg. They will punt it away. Leominster takes over. 3:37 gone. First half, Leominster leads 6-0.
Only needed one play to score on their last drive.
First down pass over the middle is complete to Yagi Perez. She's brought down at the 34, gain of about 4. Well, they'll spot it at the 35, make it 2nd and 15 coming up for the Blue Devils. Again, the quarterback, Malia Reyes, is an 8th grader. Her pass on 2nd down is complete to the near side. Danny Gates making the catch out of the slot. Tackled immediately. Just 4 yards there. Now 3rd and 11. Blue Devils at the 39. They need midfield. Pump. Go long over the middle. Pass is high and incomplete. Trying to hit Gates again. That time Malia Reyes' throw was a little bit too tall for Gates. Pass falls incomplete, and the Blue Devils will punt it away rather than go for it on 4th. Fitchburg takes over.
One thing you'll notice, too, is how quick and breakneck the pace has been.
I was going to say fast-moving back-and-forth action through the first 5 minutes of this first half.
Each team's already had 2 drives.
Fitchburg set for their 3rd. 1st and 20 at the 30. Under pressure is Pena. She gets rid of it over the middle. Catch is made by Maya Tellier. She's brought down at the 35, but there is a flag down. A penalty flag. I suppose we should specify. Indications from the officials on the field are that it's against Fitchburg, and they will back the Red Raiders up all the way inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And remember that all offensive fouls result in a loss of down.
Pena from her goal line lofts one over the middle. Pass is high, but it is brought in. Tellier, one of the taller players on the field, reaches up, makes the catch. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 10. Sets up 3rd and 12 now for Fitchburg. Looks like all of the players for Fitchburg have a play card on their wrists. They all consult as they come to the line. 3rd and 12. Pena can't handle the snap. She loses the handle, and again, the ball hits the turf. The play is dead right then and there. It's one of the dangers, Dan, of going under center. We don't see that very often. When you go under center, if you have any trouble with the snap at all, play's dead right there.
Yep, ball hits the ground, and just like that. Also on 3rd down to boot, just like the last one. A bad 3rd down snap doesn't even give the Raiders a chance to convert.
Blue Devils now take over, 1st and 20 at their own 30. Pass to the near side is complete. Danny Gates with another catch. She extends the ball forward, lunges across the 40, and is tackled right there. Jaylene Melendez had the yank for the Red Raiders.
You can see Gates there extending the ball outwards, trying to extend the play as long as she can. There are no fumbles in flag football.
Yeah, there's no real danger to extending that ball. Just get your arms out there, get the ball as far forward as possible. If it loses your hands and leaves the field, so what? It hits the turf, plays dead. Tricoche goes in motion. 2nd down and 10. Reyes' pass is incomplete, a little bit too tall for Analia Tricoche. Now be 3rd and 10 for Leominster. They're at the 40. They need to get to midfield for a fresh set of downs.
The only time we've seen a team actually break midfield was that very first play from scrimmage for Leominster, in which they got the long touchdown pass to Danny Gates.
And Dan, for both of these teams, even the ones with experience, it's been a number of months. Flag football is a spring sport. On 3rd down, you see trouble at the snap for Reyes. She can't handle it. Pass falls, or snap rather, hits the turf and the play is dead. Leominster will punt it away. But getting back to my point, for a lot of these girls, even the ones who have experience playing flag football, it's a spring sport. It's been a few months. Yeah, they've gotten back and had some time to practice, but this is the first it's not an official game, but the first real game action they've seen since the spring season ended. So, a little bit of rust, a little bit of uneasiness is to be expected, particularly here in this first half.
And with this being a unofficial sport right now, not MIAA sanctioned at the moment, when they play, well, we'll get to that in a moment.
First down pass by Bia Pena is complete to Maeve Palmer on the near side. She evades a few tackles, holds that ball forward, finally run out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Pick up 14 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Red Raiders.
They've actually generally separated into multiple teams. Last year we had Fitchburg Red and Fitchburg Gray, although Fitchburg Gray still wore red. And they had Leominster 1 and Leominster 2. So some of them will not even be playing together necessarily, but be playing with other players, whole mixture of personnel.
Hand off to Maeve Palmer on 2nd down. She holds that ball forward, gets across the midfield stripe, and that's a first down for Fitchburg. So this, folks, is actually the first time we've seen a first down across midfield. We saw the one big touchdown for Leominster, but it's the first down across midfield. From this point, the team has 3 downs to score. If they fail to score on 3rd down, the 4th down decision is made for them. It's an automatic punt. So 1st and goal for the Red Raiders from the Leominster 48. Pena's pass to the far side is complete. Jaylene Melendez with the catch. Tackle made by the Blue Devils at about the 43-yard line. They'll give her the 42. So it'll be 2nd and goal. 17 yards from Pater.
It makes it all the more challenging when you get the first down just across midfield, because it gives you a long field that you've got to navigate just to get the 6 points.
Pena got the play call from head coach Anthony Aquendo. Under pressure on 2nd down, floats it over the middle. Pass is caught by Maya Tellier. Elsa Reyes with the tackle for the Blue Devils. First time we've called her name today. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. 3rd and goal for Fitchburg. They need 10 yards here. If they don't get it, if they don't get in, they will punt on 4th down. Third and goal for the Red Raiders. Pena takes the snap, rolls right, throws for the end zone, passes low and incomplete. Malia Reyes was there providing coverage for the Blue Devils. Pass a little bit too low for the intended target. Fitchburg punts away on 4th down. Leominster takes over at their own 30.
You can see the fast breakneck pace of flag football. We've played 11 minutes of football, 6-0 Leominster in front. The matchups between these two sides last year were fairly competitive. As a bit of a contested pass, but Tricoche is able to make the catch. Takes a couple of grasps to get her flag, but ultimately Jaylene Melendez will get it. About a 10-yard gain on 1st down.
Out to the 38. Ball is gently rolled into position by the center.
Yeah, the hash marks aren't quite middle of the field. A lot of pressure. Pass was gotten off in time. Throw over the middle is caught. Yagi Perez gets the catch. Her flag pulled before the line to gain. Gets it to the 42-yard line, we'll say. 3rd down for the Blue Devils. They haven't had a proper first down in this contest. A bit of play action and a quick bullet throw. Caught by Tricoche. And now this makes it interesting. She's only 3 yards from goal for a first down.
4th and 3 in the no-run zone. I got to say go for it if I'm Leominster. We just saw Fitchburg have trouble scoring from basically this field possession, and it looks like the Blue Devils will go for it.
Yep. It will be a pass, as it must be. It's a throw to the left side. Tricoche's got it, and she fights for a couple more yards. Finally, her flag comes out at the 43-yard line. First down for the Blue Devils. And Aaliyah Tricoche gets the catch on the near side, gets the conversion. 4 straight passes for the Blue Devils.
We really haven't seen them go to the ground at all. It's been almost exclusively through the air, and of course, as soon as I say that, they go to the ground.
Danny Gates gets the carry, goes to the near side, gets to the 38-yard line.
bit of a bunch formation, kind of a deceptive, who's got the ball type handoff for Gates. Got about 6 yards out of it.
Yep. Gates' third year playing flag football for the Leominster Blue Devils. Been playing as a 6th grader with the club sport status. You can use middle schoolers basically at will. There's not really rules.
Yeah, that's fair. I was about to defend the MIAA, and then I realized what I was doing.
Yep. And the MIAA doesn't have any role in this at the moment as Tricoche gets another catch coming across the field, gets to the far side, and has her flag pulled at the 31.
Listen, we're all here because the New England Patriots and the National Football League and the schools and players decided, it would probably be a good idea if we made this a thing. It probably would be. I don't know. At some point I start advocating for positions. But
32-yard line. Tail of the football's on the 32. 3rd and goal, needs 7. Tricoche makes the catch, gets her flag pulled, but she's a yard short of the end zone. And Leominster with a -4-yard punt on 4th down.
Great goal line stand by the Red Raiders. As close to goal as possible without getting through. They stay within a score.
New possession for the Raiders. Tellier on the left side gets her flag yanked by Elsa Reyes. Tellier's 3rd catch of the contest is good for 6 yards.
I noticed, Dan, that there's a lack of uniformity among the Blue Devils flags. It looks like everyone on Fitchburg is wearing white. Most of the Blue Devils are white, but not all.
2nd down. Pressure, Tellier makes the catch, gets it across midfield before a flag gets pulled out by Jismaya Compres. And a 1st down for the Red Raiders.
I was hoping you could maybe shed some light on, are there any restrictions about that? Are there certain colors that your flags can't be or should be?
I do see, a couple orange, a couple green. I think white's the preferred, but I can't remember exactly what the rules are on what they have to be.
I think it would be a competitive advantage to wear black.
Yeah, now that is probably not allowed.
Probably frowned upon.
1st and 10, but they need 24 yards. 1st and goal, I should say. As the throw out to the left side, 1st catch of the contest for Alanette Diaz. She gets to the 41-yard line. 2nd and goal where they need 16 yards. 81 yards already for Pena in this contest. Puts a little bit of a pump fake, throws it up a little short for Tellier. You can see the pressure was there very quickly there from the Blue Devils.
Jazzy Vasquez had all sorts of pressure in Bia Pena's face. Pena actually pump faked, and that caused Vasquez to raise her arms and try to block the pass rather than continue going for the flag. I think if Vasquez had gone for the flag, she would have had a sack.
Comes to 3rd and goal. Have to get to the end zone on this throw. They get it to Tellier. Tellier's very close, but just like Tricoche on the last drive, Tellier's a yard or two short of the goal line. It's a catch, but it's also a turnover.
Great work by the defense for the Blue Devils. You had Elsa Reyes in there, Sanaya Barr in as well. Good goal line stands on both ends for both teams. As we approach halftime, we think roughly 20 minutes half is what you said?
Yep,
something like that.
They've used 18 normally, but I think they might add a couple extra minutes just because of the special standalone nature to feature the game a little more. That's what they did last year. Lopez. This is not Lopez, but Malia Reyes. It's like I got into the calling Malia Reyes Osiris Lopez because she's wearing Osiris Lopez's jersey. The throw and catch made by Yaya Martinez. It's first catch for Martinez today.
She did really good work, Dan. After making that catch, looked like she was going to be tackled pretty much immediately. She was able to evade defenders, pick up an extra few yards. Gets something out of not quite nothing. Gain of 9. It'll be second and a long 11.
Leah Reyes, 8th grader, playing quarterback. As that one goes incomplete onto the near side.
Pass intended for Sanaya Barr on the near side. A little bit forward of her, but definitely a catchable ball. I think Barr would tell you she should have brought that in.
Brings up a 3rd and 11. And of course, in flag football, because everyone's an eligible number, of course 68 can make catches.
Of course.
And 72 and 77 and 58. 4 different Blue Devils wearing the numbers of linemen. But everybody's good to catch a ball here, even the center. Reyes taking her time, gets the throw off to the right side, but it is dropped as Kasange was not able to pull that one in.
The only highlight from my amateur flag football career came when I was a center. The other team didn't realize that I was an eligible receiver, so it was a good catch. Play worked one time.
One time's all you need. Leominster will punt. Fitchburg will have it. They need 45 yards and not a whole lot of time to get it. Pena will throw over the middle. It's tipped up and nearly intercepted.
Diving attempt made by Yagi Perez. She was unable to bring that in, however.
Ten of 13 for 106 is Bia Pena. Mr. Sweeney's got the actual numbers for me because I can't really stat flag football that well. My scoreboard, the program that I use can't really do flag.
It's tricky.
So Mr. Sweeney's able to get me those numbers, and there's a great catch there by Maeve Palmer.
I'm watching Sean as he's statting this game, Dan. He's using an innovative piece of technology. It's a stick, and it looks like there's another stick inside the stick that has some sort of liquid, and he's using this liquidy stick to scribe almost information on what appears to be a very thinly shaved piece of wood. I don't know. It's an innovative technology I've never really seen before. I'll have to study it further.
I considered acquiring some of those tools and implements for today's game, and I just couldn't find anything that I liked.
That's fair.
Pena throws. One-handed catch by Maya Tellier.
Tremendous catch by Tellier, and she gets across the midfield stripe for a first down as well. Maya Tellier just reached up and snatched that ball out of the air.
Another first down for the Red Raiders. They've earned a first down on each of their last 3 drives. Only have a little bit of time to work with. That's enough time for one more possession. Palmer again with a catch. Gets to the 43-yard line.
You can see the hurry-up offense for Fitchburg. Now Bia Pena heads to the sideline to consult with Anthony Aquendo.
4th-year head coach for the Raiders flag football team. We got to say his name a bunch this past fall. Throws over the middle. Palmer with the catch, and then runs right into Yagi Perez. There's no tackling in flag football on paper, but sometimes things happen.
Well, you say things happen, but I think some of the things that happen are including penalty flags. Leominster being penalized 5 yards. You see Perez on the sideline, and I'm sympathetic to it. What is she supposed to do? Maeve Palmer ran directly into her. I understand there's no tackling in flag football, but do you have to literally jump out of the way of a ball carrier?
Yep. Also, maybe not an attempt to really get at the flag there. So, and all defensive penalties result in an automatic first down as well. So now they got 3 shots from 5 yards out. Tie the score, perhaps take the lead. They'll bunch everyone up to the right. Now, of course, there's only so much time to go in the first half. So we don't know how much time they really will have. They'll try to get that quick throw over the middle, try to find Adrina Sisavat, but she's not able to grasp it.
Yaya Martinez had something to say about that. She reached up with her left arm, just swatted that ball down. Ball remains at the 30, 5 yards from goal on second down.
2 more shots for the Red Raiders, barring further shenanigans, of course. Pena takes it under center. Quick pump fake, throw right side is incomplete. Someone wasn't quite where Pena thought it was going to be.
Looked like Maeve Palmer was the closest Red Raider to it. That pass was a fair bit behind her, however. Maeve Palmer, a successful soccer player as well for the Red Raiders. Had herself a tremendous fall season.
A number of players here on the flag football team play fall sports. Third down, last chance in this half. To the back of the end zone, caught! Touchdown, Red Raiders! Maya Tellier!
Dan, we mentioned at the beginning 10-yard end zones, a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper than what these girls have been used to the past few seasons. They had been playing with 7-yard end zones. This time Tellier got open, found that space in the back of that expanded end zone, made the catch for the touchdown to tie this game.
Some places do 7-yard end zones, some places do 10-yard end zones, all a matter of the facility. Today we've got the space to do the 10-yard end zones. If we've got all the space, we should use it. And indeed, the Raiders tie it up at 6, and now a chance to take the lead. 1-point conversion attempt, throw to the right side. Tellier's got it! Charitable octopus for Maya Tellier, and it's 7-6. Red Raiders in front.
Catch made right in front of Jazzy Vasquez. Tellier made the touchdown catch at the far back corner. She makes the 2-point conversion catch at the near front corner. And that will take us to halftime with the score Fitchburg 7, Leominster 6.
Talked about it, these two teams, they played each other a little bit last year. Fitchburg Red specifically twice in the regular season, then once in the postseason. And although Leominster's A team has been consistently better than Fitchburg's A team, the B team Fitchburg was able to beat. You know, Fitchburg's best has gotten more and more competitive in recent times against Leominster's best. I know Leominster did graduate some great talents. They may not have every single weapon at their disposal today, but they've still got a lot of great players.
You know, we've been calling these flag games for a number of years now, Dan. It's getting to a point where you will see teams lose that talent. Players graduating who have been stalwart throughout the entire life of the flag football program these past few years.
This upcoming year will be the 4th year of the Patriots Girls Flag Football League, of which Fitchburg and Leominster were charter members. The first 2 years they had the championships at Gillette Stadium, last year at Alumni Stadium at Boston College. Leominster was a state finalist last year, lost to St. Mary's of Lynn. All 3 of the championship games, in fact, have been between Leominster and St. Mary's of Lynn, with Leominster winning the first and the Spartans winning the last 2. We mentioned Anthony Aquendo, who's been the coach of the Raiders side. We got to call his name a bunch as he got back to on the gridiron, played football for the Fitchburg State Falcons this past year, finished with 4 touchdowns on the campaign.
Had a very good season. Look forward to seeing him next year, hopefully, for the green and gold.
Yep, Richard Santana, an assistant coach for the flag football team, also playing for the green and gold again this year. Had a fumble recovery and did a lot on special teams. Got some looks out in the defensive back role. They're both great contributors, and they're doing well to make Fitchburg proud. The teams will switch ends. Leominster now in those black uniforms with blue numbers.
Saw Pena do a little gamesmanship, maybe?
It takes their steps.
Listen, we're all friends here, but at the same time, it's the rivalry. It's a close game in the rivalry.
It is. It's a competitive matchup here between Fitchburg and Leominster.
There's nothing like a little healthy, respectful, measured blood feud, deep hatred of the next town over for no reason other than that they're the next town over. That's healthy, says the person who grew up in Marlboro's chanting the Panthers eat hawk meat.
And the Hawks football team playing Norwell for a chance to go back to Gillette as we speak. 1st and 10 as Willia Reyes will throw it right side. It is caught by Yagi Perez. It's the 3rd catch of the day for Yagi Perez. I've got Willia Reyes as 12 for 15 through the air, something to that effect. 12 of 16. I missed it in completion. There's a throw over the middle. That is caught. And that's another one for Yagi Perez. She's a sophomore. She's wearing the jersey of Aiden Keys today.
Perez had her flag down and also was tackled by Jalen Melendez. That time, apparently that's incidental players running into each other. I guess. No flag.
I will also say I didn't actually see what the penalty signal was. It may not have even been the tackle, that penalty earlier. Could have been something else.
Could have been.
Could have been a early rush or something to that effect. The throw to the near side is caught, but does DeCroce get past the line to gain? She does not. She's a yard short at the 49.
4th and 1 at the 49 in that no-run zone. So you do have to throw a pass. I still think it's go-for-it territory for the Blue Devils, and they will indeed.
A mandatory pass here on 4th and 1, and it's a very quick shovel pass to Perez, the center.
I mean, that's what you do. Your center's an eligible receiver. There's nobody lined up in front of her. You give the snap to the quarterback, you take one step forward, turn around, catch the ball. That's brilliant.
Now from the 44-yard line, 1st and goal for the Blue Devils. Need 19 yards to retake the lead. Throw is caught. Danny Gates, who had the touchdown so long ago, gets to about the 38-yard line before the tackle there by Biapena.
They went play action, fake the handoff to Gates, and then pretty much immediately she's signaling, give me the ball, give me the ball. Hit her on a wheel route coming out of the backfield. Got a pretty decent gain out of it. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 38. Looks like they'll spot it.
13 yards required for a touchdown. 2nd of 3 shots for the Blue Devils. Taking their time out of the shotgun. Reyes with the throw over the middle is incomplete. Wanted Jazzy Vasquez.
Jalen Melendez tried to jump that route for the Red Raiders. Don't know if she lost the ball or if it just went through her hands, but had an opportunity to make the pick, couldn't bring it in.
So, 3rd and goal with 13 yards required. Early in the 2nd half. And Reyes goes near side. Tricoche makes the catch, trying to make the moves. Did she get into the end zone?
You're going to say she was just shy.
It was that close. By less than a yard, probably less than a foot. The officials will talk about it.
See Becky Curley, the Leominster head coach, right on the sideline. She's telling her players to get back because only she wants to yell at the official. Anyone else, might get themselves thrown out of the game. It is very tough to see that angle. There's only 2 officials on the field. They've conferred and will give the touchdown to the naked eye, Dan, that did seem like the right call. I do believe that she got over the goal line. The officials got together. They rule it a touchdown.
It was just that close. But Tricoche gets the touchdown. And nothing here on the conversion as it's a sack there.
Serena Vu got in the backfield and pulled Reyes' flag. 12-7. Leominster unsuccessful on their 2 conversion attempts. But with their 2 touchdowns, they do lead.
First down, catch made by Maeve Palmer from Pena, and it's a 7-yard reception on first down. So no time for slumber. We get right back into it.
See Pena and Gabriana Siamos, the center, both conferring with Anthony Aquendo on the far side, making sure they've got the play right.
Pena with the dump-off pass. Palmer's got the catch, broke out of 1 tackle. Finally gets her flag pulled at the 49.
Leah Reyes reached in with the left hand, got that flag out. Pena over 165 yards passing. Just 6 minutes gone here in the second half.
Passes mainly going to Palmer and Tellier. They've got a combined 12 catches today from my count. I'm probably undercounting too for all I know. Pump fake and the throw disrupted there by Sanaya Barr.
Great job by Barr getting into the backfield. As you said, Dan, disrupting that pass. Pena lucky to get rid of it. Don't know really if it was the arm going forward or if it just slipped out of her hand, but either way, ball hits the ground, play is dead. Raiders go for it on 4th down.
Yep, they have to get a throw off, and it's just short. Jaylee Melendez is not able to get back to it.
Yeah, Pena didn't get as much on that throw as I think she would have wanted. Melendez couldn't come back to it. Good downfield coverage by Malia Reyes. And now Leominster gets it. 7 minutes gone here in the second half. Chance for the Blue Devils to extend their lead.
Leominster scored on the opening drive of the first half. They scored on their opening drive of the second half. And currently hold the 12-7 lead, and now they get a short field.
We saw one of the referees signaling you have 3 downs because it is on the Fitchburg side to begin with. 1st and goal Leominster at the 49.
Pump fake and now deep throw. Tipped forward, incomplete. Pena was there on the coverage. It was 2v2 action there, but Pena was in front of them all and was able to knock it down.
It looked like they were thinking about the double pass there, Dan. They had a receiver take a step back from the line of scrimmage, and Malia Reyes pump faked to her. I think maybe they were thinking about going pass backwards pass and then throw downfield. Reyes thought better of the initial throw, just went downfield herself. But see the Blue Devils get a little bit deeper into their playbook here in the second half.
2nd and goal, they need 24 yards. They'll get about 5 on this one. Barr makes the catch.
That's really good defense for Fitchburg. Jaylene Melendez had the tackle. But you can allow a 5-yard catch, particularly on your own side of midfield. 3rd and goal, 20 yards out now. It's a big play in this game. If Leominster is able to score, they'll go up by 2 scores.
3rd and goal, they need 20 yards. Slightly low snap, but good enough. Throws to the right, is caught. Making have 2 tackles was Barr, but they ultimately finally get her flag about 5 yards short of the end zone.
And it was Gabriana Siomos who had the touchdown-saving tackle. There was no one else, Dan, who could have made that stop. If Barr gets by Siomos, she's got herself a touchdown. But Siomos made the tackle.
I think I'm going to hand off the rest of the play-by-play to you, John.
Sounds like a plan. 9.5 minutes gone here. Second half, Leominster leading Fitchburg by a score of 12-7. We saw, what was it, about 22 all in all in the first half? Bia Pena's first down pass is complete, far side to Maeve Palmer. She's across the 35-yard line. Snatch is made by Elsa Reyes.
Actually, I think closer to 25 minutes, in fact.
That sounds fine. Gain of 9 for the Red Raiders. Second down and 11. Pena takes the shotgun snap, rolls right, throws left. Pass is incomplete. She picked the absolute worst place to hit Jayma Ramos, Dan, right in the hands.
Yep. Dying quail of a pass that Ramos would have had to reach down to pull in.
It was a little low, but catchable, I think, would be a good way to describe it. Is that fair? It was a catchable ball. We're going to go with that. Now 3rd and 11. Might be 4-down territory for the Raiders if they get something here. Play fake to Palmer. Pena under pressure, lets it go, and it's incomplete. Nearly picked off by Elsa Reyes. The pass hits the turf. And I think the decision thus is made for Fitchburg. They will toss it away. Leominster takes over back at their own 30.
As much as you like to go for it in this particular circumstance, it's a little bit to gain.
If you'd gotten something, if you get 5 or 6 yards on 3rd down, maybe you think about going for it on 4th and 5 there. Probably under 15 minutes to play, down by a score, but I don't think it's go for it on 4th and 11 situation just yet.
Especially when the alternative is they get the ball 45 yards from goal.
That would be bad.
It's like you give them the ball 45 yards from goal instead of having it incompletion, then they only get the ball 16 yards from goal.
Not great.
Much worse.
1st and 10 Blue Devils at their own 30. Leah Reyes takes the snap. Her pass to the near side is complete. Yaya Martinez makes the catch, goes tumbling down as her flag is pulled. Marker down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 14 for the Blue Devils.
20 completions for Malia Reyes in this contest.
2nd and 14. Reyes pumps, wants to go long. Double coverage downfield. Pass is incomplete, nearly picked off. Jaylyn Melendez got both hands on it, but wasn't able to bring it in.
Well, it's the worst place to hit her.
The intended target was Danny Gates. It's a real height mismatch in favor of Fitchburg. Melendez has several inches on Gates. She was well positioned there, just unable to bring in the pass. Would have been a big swing in momentum.
Gates obviously shows a lot of athleticism. Also, still just a middle schooler for Leominster. She's an 8th grader.
3rd down, 14 for the Blue Devils. Reyes pumps again, goes long again. Passes a little bit underthrown and incomplete. On the near side, they were trying to hit Sanaya Barr. And again, Barr feels she should have brought that one in. You can see the dejection as she heads to the sideline.
Holding her arms the way they were and all that, thinking to herself, how could I have not caught that?
Leominster chooses to punt on 4th down. So Fitchburg takes over at their own 30, past the halfway mark of this second half. Bia Pena takes the snap. No rush at all for the Devils. Pena goes downfield. She finds Maeve Palmer across the 45. Palmer lunges forward and is down just about at midfield. She basically lowered the shoulder and plowed through Malia Reyes.
They'll ultimately give her to just past the 49, so they won't give her the first down, but give her just about all that she could without getting it.
Gain of 24 and a little bit of change, just the tail of the ball on the 49-yard line. Fitchburg needs less than a yard for a fresh set of downs. It is worth noting they are in the no-run zone. But it is second down. Pena pumps, now throws. Pass is fought for and ultimately falls incomplete. Maeve Palmer and Elsa Reyes both had hands on the football. Neither could claim possession. Pass falls incomplete.
Never seen a possession fight last that long before.
That was several seconds of back and forth and players pulling further and further away from each other before the ball finally came loose. Elsa Reyes nearly had a tremendous interception. Now 3rd and 1. Dump off pass to the near side is caught for a first down. Maya Tellier with the catch. It's just so hard, almost impossible, Dan, because you can't be right up at the line of scrimmage. It's almost impossible to stop that quick dump off pass on that 3rd and 1 situation.
Only so much you're really able to do.
Unofficially 199 yards for Bia Pena today. First and goal
Sweetie
for the
says
Red Raiders
it's like
from the 45.
But he's very much official today.
Pass is incomplete. Are any stats official? This game doesn't even count. I've been loudly shushed.
It's like, don't tell that to them.
That's fair. That's very fair. Second down and goal from the 45. Fitchburg trails 12-7 past the 15-minute mark. Less than 10 to go, we think, here in the second half. Pena throws. Catch is made at the 40. The ball comes loose rather than the flag, but that stops the play either way. They'll spot her down at the 36-yard line. Nope, back it up to the 37. 3rd and goal, 12 yards to gain for Fitchburg. If they don't get it here, the 4th down decision is made for them. They'll punt it away. Pena has the play.
Over 200 yards. Now she gets the play from Coach Aquendo.
Raiders bunched up right at the snap. High snap. Pena can't handle it, and it hits the turf. Not even a chance for the Red Raiders. Their 3rd down play dead before it can begin. Leominster takes over.
It's the 3rd time today the Raiders have had a misfire on 3rd down.
And now, Dan, this is a chance for Leominster to just sit on the ball. The clock is running. Take your time. If they get a first down here, they can run out almost all of this clock. And points at this point would be enormous. But I think the biggest thing for Leominster is just move the ball, get a first down. 1st and 10 for them. They go backwards pass to the near side. Jazzy Vasquez got what would be a carry back, not even to the line of scrimmage. Her flag was pulled a yard in the backfield.
Put it in the book as a TFL.
It'll be 2nd and 21 coming up for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, the main thing is just taking as much time as they can off the play clock. Again, we're assuming it's 25-minute halves, so there's probably still some time for the Red Raiders.
As we approach the 18-minute mark of this second half, 2nd and 21 for the Blue Devils. They need midfield. Reyes pumps, looking near side, doesn't like it, goes long over the middle for Gates. She's got it, and she is gone. Danny Gates evades the tackles, goes all the way. A 46-yard touchdown, catch and run for the 8th grader Danny Gates.
Gates had the touchdown on the very first play from scrimmage for Leominster. Now a huge touchdown here that could potentially seal the game. The Raiders would have to score on 2 consecutive drives and get a stop from Leominster's side. They may not have enough time to do it.
18-7 in favor of the Blue Devils. They'll go for 1. Reyes takes the shotgun snap, low pass to the near side. Catch was made short of the line. Was her flag pulled before she got in, however? Yes, The 1-point conversion is good. Leominster leads 19-7. That extra point might make a fair bit of difference. There is still time left. We don't know, of course, exactly how much, but now Fitchburg needs 2 touchdowns, and if they don't get conversions afterward, the game would only be tied. 1-point conversion made by Analia Trikoshi, who had the catch. But again, that makes it a 19-7 game as we approach the 20-minute mark. Fitchburg's got to hurry. Biapena's pass on first down is complete on the near side to Maya Tellier. Her flag is pulled at about the 34-yard line, gain of 9 for the Red Raiders. 2nd and 16 for Fitchburg. Time is the biggest enemy for them right now. Pena under pressure. Her pass to the near side is caught. Try to make something happen with Jury Cologne's first catch. Actually, excuse me, that's Alanette Diaz who had the reception for the Red Raiders. Diaz gets across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Fitchburg hurries back to the line. 3rd and 13 for the Red Raiders. Pass for Palmer on the near side is incomplete. And now, Dan, you've got to think Fitchburg's going to go for it here. Time is severely against them. This is the only thing they can do if they want to have a chance.
And the clock continues to run even after the incompletion.
4th down, Fitchburg needs 13 yards to keep this drive going and have any chance at all. Pena under pressure, lofts one over the middle. That pass is high and intercepted. Picked off and returned by the quarterback, Malia Reyes. She's had a great day throwing the ball, and she seals the deal with the pick on defense. Blue Devils take over, leading by 2 past the 21-minute mark.
Yep. With Pena, the snap wasn't the best. It sort of lollipopped its way to her. That obviously ate up a bit of time, so it forced a pass off. And you're just throwing downfield, just trying to get it past the line to gain. And come whatever may, an interception, an incompletion. In fact, the interception's actually better for the Red Raiders. It's a shorter field for all the good that means.
Blue Devils now just trying to run off the remaining few minutes on this clock. Pass is complete on the near side. It's Yaya Martinez with the catch. She's brought down at about the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Blue Devils. Malia Reyes now goes in motion. Goes off to confer with the receiver on the far side. And she'll come back under center. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pumps, throws for the end zone, broken up and incomplete. Great downfield coverage by Maeve Palmer and Jalen Melendez. She was trying to hit Jasmaya Compras. Haven't called her name too many times today.
And of course, the Raiders are going to try to, the best they can do is keep the scoreline as it is. Try to keep it as close as it is, show that they've been fighting till the very end in this contest.
Score here for the Blue Devils would erase any doubt. 3rd and goal from the 35. Low snap, but Reyes handles. Throw pass is caught short of the end zone, and she is brought down a few yards short.
Yaya Martinez had the catch.
They brought her down just a few yards shy at about the 28. Fitchburg will take over again at their 30 after the auto punt. We're past 23 minutes gone here in the second half. We assume that there isn't enough time for Fitchburg, but as long as they're out there, they're going to keep trying. Biapena's first down pass over the middle is complete. Jama Ramos with the catch.
I believe that's the first of the day for the 6th grader.
Gets out to the 33-yard line, gain of 8. 2nd and 17 for the Red Raiders. Pena rolls left, throws left, pass is caught. Tackle made at the 43-yard line.
It's Jury Cologne who's got the catch. That's her first catch of the day as well. They're the 2 middle schoolers on today's roster.
3rd and 7 now from the 43-yard line. Past 24 minutes. Pena under pressure, pumps, throws left, double coverage pass is tipped and picked off. Jazzy Vasquez with the interception for the Blue Devils. Second drive in a row that Blue Devils have taken it away from the Red Raiders. This time it's Jazzy Vasquez making the pick. Leominster will take over.
That time sort of just, to the receiver, couldn't get a clean grasp on it, tipped it up just long enough for Vasquez to get under it, get the interception. Where the number 1 of Ryan Ricker, who had 7 interceptions this season, Jazzy Vasquez doing him proud.
Leominster takes over at the spot Vasquez was down, but they will not need to run another play. Time has expired. Leominster emerges victorious in this girls flag football contest. 19-7 is the final score.
To start the second half, Leominster ground out a drive, and then they were able to hit one big play later to seal it. Danny Gates with 2 touchdowns in this game. Analia Tricoci had a touchdown catch. Malia Reyes throws for 3 scores. And for the Red Raiders, Maya Tellier and Maeve Palmer looked tremendous out there. A number of great catches for them. Bia Pena got into a rhythm, got the ball moving downfield.
Yeah, I think, Dan, we said very early on in this game that we could expect a little bit of rust, particularly in the early going, because this is a spring sport after all, and you can have some practice, you can have some, scrimmage games, but it's a different thing besides getting out there for game action, and this was the first game action that even the veterans on these teams had seen in a number of months, and I think that played out. The first half was back and forth, not much happening, teams kind of stopping each other. We saw a couple of good goal line stands, but then in the second half, particularly for Leominster, they were able to get into a rhythm. They were able to make some plays happen downfield.
They were able to more consistently move the ball downfield, gave themselves some more competitive drives, and hit the big play at the end to seal it. But they did very well to grind out that very first drive, take as much as they could to get themselves a score.
And you mentioned Danny Gates had the first catch on the first play from scrimmage for the Blue Devils to give them that early lead, and then her second touchdown, the third of the game for the Blue Devils, was the one that sealed it. She had a tremendous performance.
And I'm thinking back to last year too, when these two teams played on the day of the Chicken Bowl. It ended up being a very one-sided game. I can't remember what the final score was, but it was not close. It was not competitive. But this one was very competitive. It was close. It was a longer game than they normally play. As we said, normally it's about a 36-minute game. Today they played a 50-minute game. And Leominster ultimately came out on top. But you can see, in a grinded-out game, it's like it'd be even closer, obviously, if it was a 36-minute game. But nevertheless, it was good to see these two teams get out there, show off what they can do, and they'll look ahead to the spring. And Fitchburg, Leominster will be back out there again, playing flag football, possibly with two teams again.
This was a chance for not only these girls to go out and compete here on the stage of Rivalry Weekend. It's a chance to display and demonstrate and try to continue to grow the sport. It is, after all, not an MIAA sport. It is still in that, unofficial, we half jokingly, half seriously said there aren't any rules yet. We're still feeling things out. And I feel, as we've watched over the past couple of seasons, this is becoming more, I don't want to say real, but it's starting to take on a cachet. It's starting to kind of cement itself a little bit as we figure out what works, what doesn't work, how do we present this, how do we interpret these rules. It's feeling more and more like a sport that's on the rise and a sport that is actually going, right now it certainly has the momentum. A number of schools more and more every spring are adopting flag football. So it feels like a matter of time, and it feels like they are moving in the right direction, not just with this game and the way Fitchburg played as compared to Leominster, but just the way the players play, the way the officials approach it, the way the sport approaches being a sport, if that makes sense.
And, the very first year, the pilot season, there were 8 teams that played. Then the following year, there was a little over 20. Last season, there were over 50 that were playing. The sport is continuing to grow, and the MIAA has just recently changed how a sport becomes a sport. And if you get to about 75 schools sponsoring a sport, it becomes a real thing.
It is a real thing, obviously. And we saw the heat of the competition here, but at the same time, there is that, for lack of a better word, legitimacy that comes with, recognition and organization from the MIAA. At the moment, we've got the signage out here. This is something that the Patriots Foundation and all of the other sponsors, including the National Football League, are trying to make a thing.
Yep,
and eventually it will be a thing.
Yep. But then, it's a trophy from the MIAA carved in the shape of the state that will be handed out. And that can happen sooner rather than later as the sport continues to grow.
And, speaking personally, I think it's cool. I'm in favor of it.
Yes, I'd love to see this game evolve and continue to grow. And I'll tell you, the game will very much evolve once the MIAA gives its sanctioning.
We will eagerly look forward to that as we eagerly look forward to more matchups here in the rivalry, including, of course, as part of Rivalry Weekend, folks, the main event this coming Thursday, the 144th meeting on the gridiron tackle football varsity level between the Red Raiders of Fitchburg and the Blue Devils of Leominster. But for now, for Dan Bolak, I'm John Gugerty, and for Travis Falk, who provided our tremendous technical assistance and running the camera today. Thank you, as always, to Travis from all of us here at FATV. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you next time right here on FATV.